Good morning. I remember you. Om Shanti.
Yes, Sister Sunita is from Mahindra Health Center.
Oh, wonderful.
Mahindra Health Center, actually, Sister Sunita.
Beautiful. Om Shanti, Sister Sunita.
Om Shanti Didi, Om Shanti.
So good to see everybody. It's so good to be transported to Washington and for Washington to be transported there.
Yeah.
Wonderful, huh?
Didi, you are most welcome to our center today in live.
Yes.
As it-
Thank you. we just finished our morning Murli today.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so do you like the stage? The settings?
Yes.
This isn't the classroom because
This is
this
very
is
nice.
the this is Baba's home. We have the museums, but they're
Yeah.
closed. So Santosh designed to put up all of this.
Today
Get a little
is
credit.
the remembrance of Jagdish brother, Big Navinas.
Yes, yesterday we've been having his picture up for the week,
Yeah.
and it's just a lot of good omens with his energy around. So, and right behind his picture is the globe.
Oh.
So we give vibrations to one part of the globe. Let me go to Secunderabad. Hold on. So right here.
Yes, yes.
All right, I'll wait for everybody to come on, okay?
Yeah. Didi is coming. Yes, yes. We can start. Didi just came.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti. Good morning.
Good
Good
evening.
morning. Good evening. Give me my bouquet.
Yeah, Didi is giving. Thank you so much for accepting.
Even though it's artificial because the bouquet is from India, it's still fragrant. So how is everybody doing? How is everyone?
Good. We all are okay.
Very lovely, very lovely.
Welcome.
So, yes, thank you. So we have our brother Jagdish Bhai's picture for the whole week because we've had a very close relationship with him before he passed. So I've often liked his gyan and the way he was. So I think on the 12th of March was what year he left body? 2001?
2001. Yeah, yeah. Yes.
So like 19 years
19
ago, huh?
years. 19.
19 years ago. Wow. So give me my program. Tell me what we're going to do.
In any topic, we can start because
We can start.
previously when you visited the place, you have shown us a project that was beautiful. We have seen that.
Which one is that? Is that the RV or the?
To meditate, how to meditate. I mean, and the two outside people, how to make them.
Oh yeah, that's the
experience
RV. Okay, I can ask Santosh to play that video of the RV. I think we have it on our website on the YouTube. So what I'll do is, if we get started now, what I can do is we'll do a little meditation, and then right after the meditation, we can talk a little, and then I can put on the RV picture, the RV story, and then share what we've been doing and how we've been doing and what's been happening. Is that okay?
So people of India, I mean, they're hearing about USA and lot of issues, lot of, I mean, because of virus and all. And Brahman, how Brahman has, I mean, affected with the fear and all. how they are
Sure.
behaving. And with respect to current situation, what will be your suggestion towards our Brahmin family? Brahmin family.
Sure. Yeah.
So we
Sure.
can go with
Sure.
tips
Okay.
and tricks
So,
for Brahmin family, how to do prasad, good prasad.
okay. All right. So, is everybody on now? Shall we get started?
Yes, we can.
So, why don't we take a minute of silence and then I'll put on the meditation video and then we'll come back, okay? I believe Santosh will play the video. Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and
Phone
move
చేస్తాను.
around,
Messages.
I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you And who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. At this time, Om Shanti. Good morning from Washington, D.C., and good evening to you, all the way on the other side of the world. How is everyone doing? Everyone's fine? And Santosh has also given me the YouTube. See, I have the YouTube link. So I can communicate to whoever's watching on YouTube. They can say hello, they can ask a question, and we can type it in. How's that? The wonder of modern technology. My sweet divine sister Manjuben, Om Shanti. So good to see you. My heart is opening up. I was telling Santosh, what is my karma with Secunderabad and my love for this particular area of Bharat? I have no idea. But I'd love to hear from each of you and as we go in, so if you can unmute for me so I can hear them. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'd love to hear you share. And I can't hear you. You must be muted.
Morning, sister.
Ah, there you go. Good morning. So how are you passing your time? Tell me.
Online services, online classes, services, so smart.
Nice, nice. So classes, are you doing a lot of bhattis also? Yes. So I'm assuming a lot of people are working from home, especially those in technology. Yes, yes, yes. So Manjuben, what are your experiences as you're not running around as busy as you used to be, but maybe you're busy Zooming and YouTubing. But what realizations have you been having of this time? And you can speak in Telugu and Santosh can translate.
Actually, we plan like Amrit Vela to night, 2 hours, 3 hours we are doing. Apart from Amrit Vela also, we are sitting and doing meditation because this time students are not coming. And the plan also that things 10:30 to 11:30, 5:30 to 7:30, and Amrit Vela also all together we are doing. Uh, so apart from this, we are going with the senior classes, senior sister brother classes every day, and we are giving live Murli to our students. These are the activities we are doing. Still, we are having our constructions and all whatever services by our brothers and sisters. That also we are doing.
Mm-mm-mm. So, has there been any new realizations as to what this time means and what you're understanding?
ड्रामा की जो सिचुएशन चल रही है उसको इजीली एक्सेप्ट कर पा रहे अभी के टाइम में
I mean, easily we are accepting these situations and we are able to do prasad because it was not possible to sit and meditate because we are having busy schedule and it gives service outside. Now this is the time where we are able to, do our prasad better and able to experience silence experience, and sometimes we are doing our silence retreats also itself, and some new classes also whatever sisters are providing, senior sisters, that we are able to follow and we are able to implement. Sometimes we are able to think that we'll do it or not. So now we are expecting from you, so what are the tricks?
Mhm. Well, just to let you know, we closed down our museums from March 16th,
या
was our last class at the center. And on March,
मार्च 22nd
no, so March 14th was when I came back from Los Angeles. March 15th, I met with the Brahmins for the last time physically. And then on March 16th was the first time we went into full gear. Santosh Bhai went to the museums, got all the equipment, brought the cameras over, the sound system, the mixers. And then from March 16th, we started Amrit Vela. And the Amrit Velas would have different themes. And we first started it with like Madhaban, showing all of Madhaban and all the meditation dhams so that Brahmins would travel to each of those places in meditation at Amrit Vela and just sit and have yoga in each of Baba's room. And I can have Santosh send you those videos. Then there'd be some that were just of Drishti. When Daddy Ji passed away on the 27th, I put together a video that just has Daddy's Drishti. So it was very, very slow. So at Amrit Vela, you would just see Daddy's Drishti and you would get transported into a whole different experience of who Baba wants you to be. So each morning in Amrit Vela, the theme would be different. And if you didn't join in the Amrit Vela at 4 o'clock in the morning, when it's done, you will never see what you missed. So we make it private so nobody gets to see what was offered at that time. And the reason why we did it that way is so that we can really begin to serve and attract the Brahmins that really, really are pukka and really want to make deep transformation. So it's for all the students that we serve in our region, because every state has their own pocket and we have to focus on our students. So after that, the Murli will start at about 6:15. Then we'll do the Murli until the United Yoga Bhatti at 7:30 to 7:45. Then sometimes shearing. So I'm usually done with Murli by 8 o'clock. And then go and make breakfast. And usually I start recording with the radio show, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, depending on which interview I have. So I'll do the radio interviews in the morning. Then there are Zoom meetings in the morning, or conducting various classes, or just meetings. But another thing that's been happening is a lot of souls in the Lokik world that are doing their events and their programs online have invited us on to participate. I think Sister Genti's recording a session now for a big event coming up at the end of this month that I had brought her on board for. So a lot of the Lokik souls as well are now doing a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, and I believe they are recognizing there's a big change happening in the world. And I believe they're recognizing their own journey in life and what have they been doing with their lives. So as my day passed, some days my body might feel a little bit tired because it's a lot of mental energy, but we're not physically moving like we used to. We haven't left the center in almost 2 months, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe just to go get something at the shop or go to the museum, do a little bit of yoga, or go to the bank. But then we wear our mask and we wear our gloves and we give vibrations, because the only thing people see now is your drishti. It's like everything Baba has taught us about. Now the world has the same maryadas. Go to bed early, wake up early, see only the soul, keep your hands clean, stay 6 feet apart, eat less, eat simple, conserve, don't waste, don't buy into the Maya. People are not out anymore dressing up and showing off their jewelry, showing off their hairdo, showing off their clothes. Nobody's doing that now. Nobody cares. No one's competing with each other. So what if you're not number 1? So what if you're number 20? Who cares? So it's like this scene and drama is not only helping souls who have not received Baba's knowledge or who have not awakened to their divinity, but those particular souls are now given a chance to find some level of purity in themselves to some extent, because they're spending less energy. So because of that, the nature is being restored, the birds are chirping, you can hear the silence in the day and the silence at night, and the energy feels clean, the air is peaceful. There's so many scenes that are emerging for us. It's been of great benefit. So my days are quite full. I was sharing with Sister Wadi from Miami, Florida, that, it's good that so much of this is happening, but I'm still struggling to find a lot of time for me. So during the day, if my body feels a little tired, then I'll take a nap for an hour or 2. But then in the evening, we started a program called the Spiritual Vaccine Hour. And what that is just 1 hour, 6:30 to 7:30. So we take care of Brahmins in the morning from 4 o'clock to 8. And Sister Mohini does a program for the whole region of Americas, starting from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. So I know all Brahmins are taken care of with that. So what I'm doing is taking care of the community, the contacts, the lokiks, souls that are really in need for Baba's spiritual knowledge and spiritual vibrations. So it's simple, we just choose a different theme every night, do meditation in every program, Sometimes we have some celebrities that come on and say hello and touch base and share their experience and what they're going through. And now we're in a production to do a 1-hour TV special entitled Zoom Meditation. So on Thursdays only, I do a Zoom meditation which opens up to the public. So they come on and then we're capturing the footage of that so we can edit it into a 1-hour movie TV special called Zoom Meditation. So my days are like that, and as much as I know that a lot of souls are struggling and they're worried, I think for Brahmins, this has become just our daily routine is the same, for the exception of not physically engaging with Brahmins all the time, which has been a big sustenance for us. It's a big form of our palnana, to be with the family. But in the golden age, we will be sitting 6 feet apart. We won't be so attaching and so all of this. So everything is moving us to a deeper place of our sattvic stage. It's very, very clear. It's very, very clear. So I think for the Brahmins everywhere around the world, doing Amrit Vela and the Murli and Bhattis, if they're coming from that real place of not just realization, but really catching Baba's signals that Baba and drama are really deeply signaling to Brahmins. Finish those last amount of karmas that are still holding back the curtain from opening. And the service that we will do after this won't be the same kind of service we were doing before. Brahmins coming, organizing programs, decorations. I don't think people will care about that. The service that Baba and drama are signaling, Baba has said it, will be the service of the mind and the vibrations of the mind. So, to what extent have I moved away from jealousy, criticism, complaints, judgment, dislike, attachment to name, position, center, students, money, service, projects? Like, to what extent are we moving away from that up here, even if Baba's children are coming to the center, or nobody knows what will happen after this? One of the things I was thinking, that so much of what the government has asked the people to do, Brahmins are doing it. It was Brahmins' Maryadas anyway. It wasn't difficult for us. So at one point in time I was thinking, why we have to close our centers? I mean, we're living a sattvic life. You know, this is not like the Lokik world. But then also I realized that even though we are Brahmins and we do have love for Baba, not everyone has the same quality of understanding about the importance of their purity and their cleanliness. So in America now, there are people who, it's more political. So there's some people that are getting influenced to try to force the government to open up. So they're trying to create civil disturbance. There are a group of individuals in America called white supremacists and particular people who might be sustaining a particular area of the government now. So they came out with their rifles and their guns, and they were standing up on the government steps and demanding open up. They walked into the government buildings with their weapons, not to hurt anybody, but to make a statement that if you don't open up the country, then we're going to create a lot of problems. So again, it's politics. There's no way you can organize people to walk around with their weapons in the country to demand the government to open up the country without there's someone of power behind that instigating it. Okay, so as America continues to stay locked down, its biggest concern is its economy, because the economy in America have thrived because of capitalism, means the buy and selling of products, where people are consistently buying and selling items. So it's not like in India, where the economy is really based on an inheritance, where you're getting an inheritance, you invest, people are educated, but there are millions of Indians outside of India that are earning US dollars, and they're also sending dollars back to India. But also India has a lot of outsourcing. They have items that are being sold that they can export. So I do definitely know Bharat will survive. I know that Prime Minister Modi has now come up with a surplus, a package for giving back to the country. I think over 200 billion you all were offered, right? And that's 10% of the GDP of the Indian economy, which is huge. But when you think about the fact that your leader is thinking about its people, it is profound. America just released a $6 trillion package for its citizens. So if you have a social security number, you are guaranteed to get $1,200 for the month. Now, how long it will continue, we don't know. People have their rent to pay. Only one or two of our landlords have reduced our rent, and one other didn't. So we're still, we're moving along. I'm not worried. It's Baba, but there are a lot of people who can't pay their rent, and the landlords are kicking them out. There are some, the landlord have told them, don't worry about paying until we're all out of this. So you're finding the best of people, and you're still seeing souls who are still very heavy into the vice, and they're not able to see this as an opportunity to get closer to God or to get closer to their fortune. So this is their confluence. I think the souls of the Lokik world, they've also entered a confluence age, and they too are having to make Purishat in their way to help them to release themselves from past karmas. So it's been a wonderful time. We were supposed to release the Meditation Museum mobile van. So that was supposed to start in April. In April. So it's parked, but we still go in and we go driving around the city and still, try to stay connected to the community. I just feel, family, that, and I'm really speaking very sincerely to everyone today. If you feel like you're getting up in the morning at Amrit Vela and from early, and it feels like the same routine, it's not good. At some point, you have to look in the mirror see the soul, talk to Baba and say, Baba, my future is that Devta, but have I really made the quality effort to become that? And you have to talk to yourself that much so that the soul can move away from all the many ways it speaks from a place of attachment, from ego, from some aspect of vice. Because even though I might wake up, do Amit Vela, do Murli, do a bhatti, where really is your intellect? Are you really doing a bhatti? Or are you just sitting and thinking about somebody? So if I find myself sitting in meditation and I'm not feeling the seed stage, I don't feel I'm fully detached. How do I know that? I start to see people in my mind, and quietly I'm having a conversation in my mind about these souls. That's not yoga. So then what I would do is just take a deep breath. I'll say, Baba, come back. Or I'll take a piece of paper and write down, why am I having this thought? What is it that I need? Baba, did I miss something? So this particular period, yes, it is for Brahmins to have deep yoga, to deepen their relationship with Baba. I also feel we have to really clean our hearts out during this period. Whether you're having a problem with an in-law or a spouse or someone at work or someone in the center or your zone in charge or your instrument or even with a contractor building the new place and thinking of these things. What I think this pandemic is doing to us, it's making us realize that none of that is real. Disliking, jealousy, competition, ego, that's not real. And the feeling is that Baba can't work through me fully, which is why I believe, so many people around the world are working so hard just to make a living, because still they're driven by unfulfilled desires. So even as I'm talking to you, I'm remembering there was something that happened, I think it was about a month ago. We've been living here like we're in Swarg, in heaven. And maybe on 2 occasions, we're like, come on, and we're like, okay, Om Shanti, let's move on. It's not a big deal. Because when you're with the same people day in, day out, sometimes your own sanskars come up. And I was watching something that was going on in a particular class or program. And after I watched it and I was listening to the person, something in my heart just felt so dirty. Not that I had any bad feelings. I didn't have any bad thought about anyone. But it was like when I saw the soul, listened to the soul, I just felt like my experience of being in heaven for the last month was gone. Like, why was I feeling this feeling about this energy of this soul? And then I spoke to the family here and I says, is it me? This is the kind of honesty we need now with ourselves. This is the kind of cleanliness we need. That you make yourself so open and truthful that you also give the souls in your center permission to be truthful and to trust so they can do the work together. So I told the family, is it me? Ever since I saw this and I listened to it, I just felt like all of my enthusiasm is like, I just felt so polluted. And I can't say I was recognizing any negative thoughts towards anyone, but it was like I stopped giving love. And as a result of stop giving love, after I was living in heaven just flowing love for a month consistently, it's like my whole world shook up. And it took me 2 days to get my spirit back in a pure place. And there was a scene that happened at breakfast. And I was just reaching to get the food, and then the energy of that thought came back. And I said, look at that. I haven't sorted out this feeling between me and this soul. And I said, it's me. I was just reaching to get bread. I should be happy to get warm bread, no? And instead, I'm thinking of this energy that I was feeling. So as it was happening, I told the family, I go, see? They're like, see what? I said, see? Look at what is happening in my consciousness. I'm just going for bread. And this feeling is coming up still. I have to clean this out. So as I worked on that, I was able to really sit with myself and ask, what do I want from this relationship? And at the end of the day, I learned I don't want anything from anyone. I just want to be a good child with Baba. That was it. So as Brahmins, my dear family, I appeal to you, please use this time to journal, write on a piece of paper every hurt, disappointment, or pain you have felt from anyone specifically that you might be holding in your heart. Read it over, tell Baba, and sincerely sit there and say, I don't own this, I don't have this anymore, Baba. This isn't me, this can't sit in my chit. And there's no way I can be your world benefactor child if this memory is still in my chit. So you have to clean out all of those areas. It's like a cavity in your tooth that once it hits your nerve, you need to do a root canal to get the infection out. If that infection of hurt or disappointment or criticism or a lack of trust or jealousy is still sitting somewhere in the chit, Baba can't work fully through us. And when this thing opens up, we won't be running around as much as we were. It will be the vibrations and just a few words, few thoughts coming from a very sincere place. Be prepared for being a completely different version of being a Brahmin. Be very prepared. You're going to feel like a different person completely. You are going to feel and be the Brahmin you always wanted to be, which had nothing to do with competition, trusting, dislike, fear, insecurity that we sometimes hide behind our smiles. You won't be that anymore. You will be simple. Your heart will belong to Baba fully. And you'll just be a very genuine instrument You'll be a genuine Brahmin student. You'll be a genuine person in the society. And in that nature of yours, Baba will work unlimitedly. Unlimitedly. He's already doing seva. Imagine all centers are closed. Brahmins in every center are doing tapasya. How many souls are getting a vision now? We have no idea how many souls are dreaming of souls in white, signaling them to go home. So when the doors open, our curtain should be open. That when souls see our nature and see ourselves and see the soul, automatically service will happen. Because there isn't any more impurity there, that they can spot the impurity and miss Baba. So that's my message for us, because it's my message. And it's all the message in all of America right now. Sister Mahini has been doing a great sessions where she's been revisiting the early days of the yajna. So since Daddy Janki passed away, and after that, they've been just capturing images of the early days of the yajna. I'll send those out to you to see if you can clip them and put them also in some of your classes. So they show all the days of the yajna, and then she shares stories about some of the advanced party souls that she knew and what their nature was like, what their character was like, the stories of what they did in the early days based on her experience. And that has helped Brahmins to recognize how valuable this path is, but also how simple it is. And that we don't have to do half the things that we used to do before this. If we can just trust that we don't need anyone's approval, and we don't need to be brighter than the other Brahmin or the other center, but we just have to have love for Baba, I think wonders will happen. And we will feel less stress, less stressed. Instruments like me that are in the front, and we're always doing something new, so we always set the tone to trigger and to ripple in other Brahmins. We get a lot of things from people. We might get criticized, people judge you, people are jealous of you, people complain about you. And the irony is, you're not doing anything to them. You don't even talk to them. Half of them you don't even know. But then you hear so-and-so said this about you. I go, good, let them continue. I don't know them. They have no idea who I am. So when you're on the receiving end of a lot of criticism or negativity, it makes you also a stronger person in character, because that isn't who you are. And during this particular period of time, your true colors show. We've stayed consistent, we've stayed loving, serviceable, opened, and strong. So a lot of things are being revealed. So here's my final sharing with you. No matter what you have been through, no matter what you have put others through, it's not important anymore. The only thing that's important right now, you become very true to who you are because of what Baba has been saying to you. And if every Brahmin listens to Baba and not listen thinking about what this one is saying or how this one will see me or what will happen, or I can't say this because she's like this. If every Brahmin becomes a true version of what Baba wants, because they honestly listen to the Murli and follow Srimad and simplify their lives, they will all shine together. And no Brahmin will seem more than the other, less than the other. This one's a Didi, this one is not a Didi. This one, everyone will start to kind of just blossom. And when you look at each other, you just see many blossomed Brahmins, blossom faces. And there's nothing left but just Baba, because we're seeing Baba in each other. So anyway, I went on long enough. I think I'm over my time limit or my time span. I don't know if anyone has any questions or thoughts online, or any feelings you might have to share. But one of the things that I've been suggesting to all the centers that I speak to all the students that are there, keep remembering to sustain your yajna. It's not about receiving funds from the outside of Lokik souls. At least that has never kept our yajna going. Our yajna has stayed alive because of the purity in Brahmins and their donation and their love to see the centers continue to thrive. That's one thing I do tell the family. Continue to offer and keep your center open. The second thing that I've suggested is continue to check in, call, share. How are you feeling? What's going on? How did you spend your day? Because the instrument can't call everybody. There are too many calls to make. And now they're doing Zoom meetings. It's too much. But you call in and just say, Didi, I was just thinking of you and the family. Is everything okay? Anything is needed? Or here was your realization. Tell your Didi, what was your realization of the day from the Murli? Or if you have a concern or a doubt, just ask. And if Didi's not available, talk to one of the other sisters or brothers in the yajna. We're all now together. We always were. We always were. But keep your bhavna open, because your bhavna can lead you to great successes. The third thing I'd like to recommend is something Baba has said to all Brahmins at home. Make your home like a center. The importance of Amrit Vela is to amplify the vibration of purity in your homes. The importance of the Murli is to emphasize the power of the wisdom and the vibration again. And all of this offering Bhog once a day in your home, in Baba's tray with Baba's food, cooked in Baba's love, very, very, very vital. So even in our sessions, we have shown how to prepare the Brahma Bhojan, how to offer the Brahma Bhojan, and we've even had where trays that we have, extra trays, we've told some of the family members, come and pick up the trays, do this. We've also invited the family to take pictures of their Brahma Bhojan and send it to us on WhatsApp, so we can see how you're offering the Brahma Bhojan. And if you need any advice, you go, well, change that tray, change that plate. We've also asked the family, send us how your Baba's room is set up, or how your Baba's space is set up. So then if you don't have one, then here, come to the center, pick up a Baba's light. We'll help you to organize it if it looks good. So everybody sent in how their Baba's room was. So then we posted it out to everybody. So the whole family got to see, oh, this is so-and-so Baba's room. Oh, look at Mary's Baba's room. So everyone started to feel like, oh, I don't have a Baba's room. Sister, can I come and get a Baba's picture? So they would have like a little picture of Brahma Baba or a little picture of Shiv Baba. So when they were seeing also how others were offering Brahma Bhojan, then they were saying, oh, Didi, I really have to do better with my Brahma Bhojan. And I say, yes, yes, because it's food, it's holy, sacred food. So these little things for the family. And also the importance of your hygiene. You know, bathe at least 2 times a day. At least 2 times a day. So that you can feel your energies just getting fresh. If you're in your Lokik home, please don't try to stay just in your basic pajamas or regular clothes without showering and feeling fresh. It will bring your energy down. Just know that you're becoming the future Devta. And the Devtas always look put together and they always smell fresh. They smell fresh, they eat well, they're peaceful. And last but not least, if you're Baba's child and you are staying at home, please don't get addicted to watching too many films or anything like that. Waste of valuable energy. It's okay if some of the family member they're sitting there and they're not Brahmins and they want to watch TV all day. You have to find a place in the house where you can be at peace and do your BK stuff. You have to in order for you to survive. Once in a while, work with the family and say, okay, you've watched all your movies, now can I watch mine? I want to watch a meditation, okay? You have to work out a deal with the family. Tell them you just can't keep me watching these movies all the time. So you tell them, just give me 1 or 2 days a week now. I have to sit here watch programs I don't want to watch anymore. I don't feel like watching these programs. I get tired. I want to watch something on meditation, something on spirituality. And just ask them, you know, or if they don't comply, then tell them, give me just 2-3 hours. Let me have the TV to do what I want to do. So talk to your family in that way. Do some exercise, go out for walks. We had the students design a lot of masks. And so with the masks, they inserted a blessing card and they distributed it to the healthcare workers in the hospital. So find a way where they can still do seva. Maybe you can cook food and take some Brahma Bhojan to certain places in the village. Just put on your mask, because I know Brahmins have to keep doing seva. So these are just some thoughts that I'd like to share with you that you can offer. Okay? So you made me talk. I wasn't planning on talking so much. I was just sharing from the heart, just to look out for everyone and look out for each other. Okay?
Certainly today is International Family Day. So,
Huh?
International Family Day today.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we don't know, but it is, I mean, today only we got your class.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a good day. Today's the day also there's a new song that's been released by a very famous singer in America called John Legend and his nephew. And the title of the song is called Love One Another. And I'm in the video. Let me see if you want. Do you want to laugh? Do you
Yeah.
want to laugh?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to laugh, so I'll have to show you the video, but I can only show you a little bit because this is on YouTube, right? Or if it's on YouTube, I can't post it because of the algorithms. So I'll send it privately to Manjuben, but I can't post it on YouTube. But yeah, it's a wonderful song on ending of gun violence and domestic abuse in the homes. I did an interview, everyone, with women who were surviving domestic abuse in the home, because now domestic abuse violence has increased almost 60%. That's a lot of abuse in the home. So this is about loving one another and being more at peace with each other. So that has come out. And we're now producing the Zoom meditations that we do on Thursdays. We're making it into a 1-hour documentary movie. So in the midst of that, we've been doing. But Manjuben and everyone, Sunita Ben, I would recommend take advantage of the Zoom and the stay at home now. go to your contacts and friends in the community who are very influential, invite them on, invite them to speak about what they're doing, how they're feeling, what self-realizations they're happening, and how the thoughts can transform the atmosphere, and have a dialogue, like almost like what you would do where you would invite like a VIP to the center to speak. Do it on Zoom. So serve some of your contacts who have been very helpful or who know of you. Reach out to them and say, I'm calling from the Brahma Kumari Center in this moment of crisis. We want to build a relationship with everyone now in the community, and we would like to have a Zoom discussion to see what people in our area of Secunderabad can do to be stronger after this is over. Could you join us and speak to our community? And they will do it. And then you will build a deeper relationship with the leadership in your community, whether it's your ministers, your governors, your CEOs, company leaders, corporate leaders. Find out who they are, bring them closer, and begin to bring them into this environment so that they can be more comfortable. And if you want me to interview them, as long as they speak English, you can say we have a host from America who will interview you, and she will talk about all the things and bring us into that. I'd be happy to do that as a seva too. Okay, to make it more professional. I can I can help with that if you want. Okay. All right. So, any thoughts? Anything here? Let me see on YouTube. Om Shanti, sister, can you groom us on how to be more consistent on any Purushat? Yes. I mentioned earlier, just be honest with your feelings. It's not that you have to be honest to tell everybody what you're doing, but sit with Baba and be honest with your feelings. But do it slowly and be sincere. And in that honesty, you will automatically start to pick up a point Baba has given you specifically that you've heard in the Murli and it touched you, but you didn't pay attention to it. And that point is creating a realization. And from that point of realization, just do some simple karma. Just if it's even just to wash a dish, make a cup of tea, go for a walk, fix a flower, sweep the floor. From that place of realization, come into some sort of a simple karma that can create the bhavna, and that bhavna will help to push you to want to make more Purushat, because you're having a realization. And you're making that realization into an experience. And you're coming into karma, and that will inspire you to want to make more consistent and sincere efforts. And then talk to people who inspire you. You know, don't speak to people who gossip and waste time and all of that, okay? Thanks to Baba for arranging a beautiful experience. Okay, all right, thank you. Any more questions? How to know whether our karmic account is being cleared or not? First, when your karmic account is cleared, you won't expect anything from the person or situation. Bus. It's cleared. I don't want anything from the person. And so automatically you'll start to feel the love for that soul, because you'll be in that place of love. The second thing is, it's an important thing. You will not have any expectations. Mita, you won't have any expectations from that relationship. And how you know you're creating karmic account is when, instead of giving to the soul, whether it's through a thought or a vibration, again you go back to wanting something from the soul. So, simple answer, You won't expect, you won't want, you'll just naturally be there to give. We realize, can we realize any change in our nature? Like I mentioned, the experience that I had about a month ago, when I saw that soul and I heard that soul, how my love stopped, that was hurting me more than having a karmic account with that person. So you have to be honest. You must. In order for you to feel and taste the sweetness of the nectar of this path, you must clean out your chit. You will never feel the power of this path if it's not clean. And I'm telling you, it is the most sweetest and powerful path there is. Okay, Mita? So, Bhavana, Om Shanti, thanks a ton, valuable information. Okay, I guess they're trying to tell me to be quiet and say Om Shanti. Is that what you're saying? You've been sitting long enough. Okay. Okay. All right, so why don't we close off with a nice meditation? I'm going to take you to the ocean. So I'm going to show you ocean water right now. There's a meditation that I did with a contact called Ricky Cage. He's from Bangalore. So I had brought him to Madhaban last 2 years for the Global Summit, and he stayed connected with the Brahmins. And so we're working on a new meditation album. So I was in Florida, Miami, about a year ago, a year and a half ago. And whenever I see a scene, I like to record it because in my mind I'm thinking this could do service. So I was recording the water. So the video that you're going to see is the live video that I shot while I was on the beach, sitting, looking at the ocean, thinking about Baba, and also sending vibrations. But the meditation, you'll be the first ones to hear this meditation because the album isn't out yet. So the meditation is for the Lokik world, and it's about who am I. So enjoy it, and then I'll come back and I'll say goodbye to everyone. Okay? All right. Who am I? To think and to believe that I'm divine. Powerful, beautiful, and an offspring of the divine. I am the image and likeness of the divine. And so who am I to speak clearly to who I really am? I am spirit. I am soul. And I use this physical form. I am the being of light, here to fulfill love that's unlimited. So, Om Shanti. Didn't you feel like you were by the ocean just now?
Thanks for your
Thank you so
creativity.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. Lots of love. Virtual spiritual hug.
Every month, one class.
Yeah.
First week